What's common between Apple, Facebook, Twitter, Microsoft, Oracle? So these were founded by college dropouts. What will happen to the cloud computing when it rains? There were many misinformation and many confusion around cloud. Okay, so it's capex on one side and opex on the other side. We all are humans, right? We make mistakes, no problem as such. I am just like any other average guy who is.
Very good morning to one and all. So, today we are going to have a great session with Mr. Basant Singh. So, he has a wide experience of 20 years in information technology industry. He started his career as a full stack developer who built applications with JavaScript, C Sharp, ASP.NET, Microsoft SQL Server, and he worked with multiple tier one companies. Like most of them are MNCs and with many Fortune 500 clients from various geographies across North America, Europe, and Africa. And he was certified for AWS Solution Architect Associate in 2018. And the most recent certification he has is Certified Metaverse Expert by Blockchain Council. So let us have a great discussion with Basant sir. Hi Basant sir, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Abhilesh. And I am just like any other average guy who is a beginner and who is looking out and who is struggling for a career in cloud computing. So I started the same way. So as the discussion is hovering towards cloud computing and for the absolute beginners, so I think I will be able to do justice to this session.
Sir, I have a doubt. What is actually cloud computing? So, is that something not kind of physical server? Like all our files are saved somewhere in the satellite or somewhere in the air, and then we retrieve those data to our computer. Why there is a lot of buzz around that?
When cloud was, started trending way back in 2009 when I started blogging. Okay, so at that point of time, there were many misinformation and many confusion around cloud. For example, there is a video of a top bureaucrat where he is saying what will happen to the cloud computing when it rains. So if you try to find out that video, it's actually there. So we started from there, and now at least a lot of fog around cloud has been already removed, and it is mainstream nowadays. So if you say cloud computing, it was something which was used to represent a network. Okay, so cloud computing in a similar way, it's a server which can be accessed via internet from anywhere, and you are not particularly concerned about its exact location as such. You don't know the precise location of those data centers. It's a top secret as of now. So you're not worried where is the exact location of the data center.
What is the core advantage of using cloud computing over on premises?
It's the first and foremost is like scalability. Okay, so by scalability, I mean to say whenever your business is growing, okay, you should be in a position to scale up. Whenever the traffic is low, the business is not doing well, you should be in position to scale down your operations, scale down your infrastructure, right? So that kind of flexibility is provided by the cloud, which is not there in traditional servers or on-premise servers. You get the state-of-art security as well as you get state-of-art compliance as well. For US-based clients, you will have different compliance. You have a different compliance mechanism. So all these things are taken care of by default when it comes to the cloud computing providers based on law of the land. Okay. Now, there's one major advantage which is related to the cost factor. Okay, so whenever you're setting up an on-prem infrastructure, it means that you have to spend a lot on the capital expenditure part. Upfront cost is quite high in on-prem, but for the cloud computing, servers or the cloud-based servers, it means you just sign up with AWS, Azure, or GCP, and you are ready to go. It's just a kind of subscription which you are paying, and what they call it as operational expenses, OPEX. Okay, so it's CAPEX on one side and OPEX on the other side. Now, there's also a big advantage when it comes to pay as you go. So by
Okay.
pay as you go, it means that whatever you are using, you are paying only for that, nothing else, nothing. I mean, nothing more than whatever is getting used.
So what about the application part? Whatever the application we are developing for on-premises will work well for cloud as well.
You do need to have some changes to make itself worthy of the migration. Okay, it's not that what you can directly lift and shift to the cloud. This if you are lifting and shifting, it means there will be some limitations. Okay, but people are doing that. That's the first level of migration. Okay, but to take advantage of the scalability and elasticity of the cloud, you must have um, uh, the architecture should be built in for the cloud, okay, to support the scalability part, to support the elasticity part.
So do we have any specific prerequisites to start my career in cloud computing, or any IT professional or non-IT professional can start from the scratch?
So if I say IT is the one industry where it does not discriminate based on your background. Okay, so if you ask me today, what's common between say Apple, Facebook, Twitter, and even Microsoft and Oracle as well. So these were founded by college dropouts. Okay,
Okay.
so they actually IT is very welcoming, and it's all about your skill sets. Okay, and the
Okay.
passion you have right now to get those skill sets. If you can demonstrate your skill sets, if you can validate your skill sets through certifications or through projects that you are doing, you are welcome. So it does
Okay.
not depend actually whether you have a specific IT background, computer science background, or you are coming from core engineering like electronics, electrical, chemical, mechanical, civil. It does not matter at all. Even if you are coming from typical arts or commerce background, you are welcome. And I have seen many of my friends who are from non-IT, non-science background. They are doing quite well in IT. So it's not necessary that you have to be from a specific background, because the opportunities are very high. There will always be need of talented people in IT.
What is the actual difficulties faced by a new beginner in cloud computing? What is the most common mistakes they make, and what are the difficulties they're actually facing?
Challenge, I will say, common challenge for a beginner is uh, to pick up the right cloud. I mean, most of the time they are asking, for example, whether I should go for AWS or whether I should go for Azure or whether I should go for GCP. So for them, I would suggest that AWS, Azure, or GCP. So all the three are growing with a fast pace, as well as the number of opportunities are concerned. It's everywhere. I mean, for all three of them. So first of all, do not worry about which cloud to pick and which cloud is the best. They all are good at problem solving, and they are getting used. So pick up one and proceed, and try to after building it, try to validate that by demonstrating something. Okay, demonstrating what you have built, and maybe a certification over there will be icing on the cake to get shortlisted. For example, in AWS, Azure, or GCP, when you're going to sign up, okay, you need a credit card to sign up and to practice. First of all, the beginners, the maybe someone who is starting new or fresh out of college, he may not have or she may not have a credit card. Okay, then even if they have the credit card, it won't be I mean, they will lose their peace of mind if they are entering that credit card, because they will always be thinking what will happen if the bill, if I do a mistake, if I commit a mistake, and the bill is like a bomb, maybe $1,000, $2,000, who knows.
So I just have a doubt. Like I heard, like AWS is the most popular cloud computing. So whether it is easy or difficult to learn, or is there any particular prerequisite learnings we have to do before doing the AWS certifications?
So there are no prerequisites as such, if you ask me. Okay, for example, at least for the for the basic foundation level certifications, okay, or for the learning which is quite fundamental in cloud to start with, you should just go ahead with the flow. I mean, enroll for a video course, for example, practice labs, and then get started with the practice tests if you want to earn a certification. And maybe here and there you will require some scripting knowledge as well, okay, uh, for the cloud, I mean cell scripting, etc. But it's not like something very extensive programming knowledge. It's not like there are a few interns who are working with us as well who have quite good credentials as far as, and they're still in college, fifth semester, seventh semesters, etc. Okay, so there's no prerequisite. It's all about your passion, your determination to learn. That's it.
Like, without even a certification, can I start a cloud computing career, or these certifications are actually mandatory?
I personally think that certifications will bridge the gap which you have in your knowledge. So first of all, they would give you a definite edge for shortlisting, for getting shortlisted. Second, it will bridge the knowledge gap. And third, actually, you can say that the discipline or the time or the dedication required to complete a certification, that shows up and that creates a positive impression on the person who is sitting on the other side, who is going to hire you. So that's always there actually. You should go for it. I mean, it will definitely help you, but it's not mandatory.
The overall your experience in cloud is about more than 20 years. I think the people who are watching this video, they feel it very useful and very helpful, because we listen to some videos in terms of cloud computing, and even in YouTube it was so technical, and it creates a little bit of a problem for me to learn. I thought, okay, it was only for people who are real IT guru or IT techies. Those guys can only crack job in cloud. I thought in that way. So I think this is very useful for the beginners who are watching this video.
And just I would like to add here, as you said, what if I fail the certification? Okay, so it's not, it's, if failures are pillars of success, as you say, right? We all are humans, right? We make mistakes, no problem as such.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank
connecting.
you.
Yeah.
Try our experiential learning by clicking the link given in the description. Happy learning with Whizlabs.